Hi there folks, welcome, 26th of August. Wednesday. Okay, what's going on here in the pottery? So yes, I sort of worked through a series of teapots. I'll just show you. Yeah, just keeping them out of the sun there a bit. But so these are teapots I've just been working on over the past. I've got the lids partially like that, so that they start to air out on the inside. But I'll just put them back for now. So yeah, just to show you this one will have a cane handle. Actually, I plan to do more with cane handles, but I've done that's with the comb and expanded, that particular one. Note the ribbing on the side of or the grooves I should say on the side of the lid there, because that will allow a feeling of grippiness on the side there, you see, when you lift. Also note the hole to allow air in. Okay, this is the same combed but slightly at an angle, the combing, to give it a little bit more sweep. This was one that I did, it didn't come out that well. I figured out why. I pulled out the cylinder and thinned it out too much. I should have left it a little thicker. So hence the impression not quite as thick as like this one over here, for example, which perhaps it was thrown a little thicker. Yeah. So yeah, these will just be for a variety of decorations. These are the ones here you've seen. The actual one that I did, if you remember in that video, is actually this one. And I remember I said it had a kind of line across it, and I couldn't figure out, you can see that line there, couldn't figure out why that was. Well, as it happened, I don't know how it happened, but for some reason, I didn't cover it up, and it got just too dry, and I never got it completed. So maybe it's just as well, huh? Yeah, that line there somewhat detracts from it, and I don't know, as I said, I don't know what caused it, but anyhow, we ain't going to worry about that one. So yeah, so these teapots have got to dry. I've already had these under wraps, under plastic, and I thought it's time to let them dry out a bit. These ones here are already bone dry in the front. I think I'm going to do a few more teapots actually. Okay, so let me just drop down this door a bit, just so they're not in the sunshine too much. And then we go next door. I've got another job on there, which I'll bring you in on. Oops, I'm going to need a tripod for that. Oh, and my tea. Don't forget that. So I'm actually in here getting organized to do some pugging here with my pug machine. So I just thought I'd bring you in on that. See if we can get this. So basically, yeah, here in front of me, this is clay. You remember you saw me put this clay out to recycle it. I took it out of these. I took it out of these that they were in and put it onto these plaster bats. Those bowls now are ready to be refilled with more dry clay. So yeah. All right. So basically, yeah, I did some earlier here. Gonna have to bring this over here. I'm not used to doing videoing in this room, so you just have to bear with me, as we are a little bit perhaps not as organised as we should be, but we are what we are, aren't we? So we're not going to worry about it. So basically, yes, it's a whole thing I'm not really used to, pugging and a whole, you know, getting everything organised. So I've already got a cap on here, you see, which has got water, a little bit wet there to keep that wet on the end. This here has a plug as well. It's useful to have a water bottle to spray water over the entrance, where you load the clay in. So this clay, basically, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to extend that like that and spray that with water. Okay, we're going to switch this guy on and switch on the vacuum. Now I have to load it in sort of slugs of clay like that, you see. And now here he comes. So I'm thinking that really we want to have the clay of a fairly consistent hardness, softness, you know. So when it gets to the end here, basically I'm going to chop it off like that, you see. Now that's my my first one. What I'll do is I'm going to put these, I'm going to group them together in some bags like this. Excuse me reaching over you. You have to have a bit of a system here, I think. Alright, here he comes. Here he comes. Cut him off. Put him in the bag. Put him in the bag with his brother. Are we in the picture? Whoop. This is not something you want to do and be in a hurry. You just got to just get a good a good work rhythm going, you know. Yep, there we are. Don't be too much of a hurry. You notice it's got a counterweight on the I don't know if you can see it up here on the end of the lever here. Which is good. Come on then. Come on, come on. So I'll keep it in these bags, you see, store it like this. So this is actually got the vacuum. This has a vacuum pump. Let me just bring your camera over here so you can see. It's got a vacuum pump here, which is reading -25 at the moment. Yeah, just give it a bit of spray down there. Occasionally, a little bit of water there sprayed won't hurt. So this is the vacuum. This is the vacuum line, which is underneath here. There's the pump, you see, the vacuum pump. And I switch it on and off here. So it's still pugging, but without the vacuum. Okay. What fun indeed. Okay, let's do a bit more. So, well, the pug machine looked really nice and clean, but as you can see, it really it's not something that is going to look pretty for long. You're just going to have to clean it up afterwards. Come on, come on. If I take it roughly to the end here and then cut it, that'll all be the same. Maybe there's a question you might be thinking about asking, that is, well, Simon, as you've got this newfangled piece of equipment, will you still be wedging or kneading your clay? Well, I probably will, actually, just because of habit, you know. A creature of habit. There's two ways of mounting this lever arm. One is to mount it on this side over here, and then you're pulling down like that. But then you really got to have this whole thing bolted to the workbench, which I don't have. So I can move it, you know. if I need to. As you can see, it gets pretty clogged. And okay, I've got one more to do here. Yeah, and you see, if you're careless about it, or if you're too much in a hurry, this plunger doesn't. It squishes out the side, but go. There it is. Well, I'm going to have to organise my storage a little bit better of my clay. These supermarket bags are really too flimsy, and yeah, probably these bags, like which the clay came in originally, are better because they're a little bit more stout, you know. So that is pugged. That was the contents. That was the contents of those two bowls that you saw there, full of clay, that I was doing the other day. I've now turned it back. I've got to go. I've got all these boxes here, and underneath, and underneath, and there, and there, and down there, and then all these stacked up here, plus more down there. So it's going to keep. I'm not planning on buying any more clay at the minute until I can get rid of some of this. So yeah, observe here how this gets quite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up some more clay, dry clay, like I just described, and with some water and vinegar, soak it down. But meanwhile, I'm going to be waiting for that. I'm just pushing this clay down in there to sort of form a plug, as it were, because you've got to bear in mind now that the body here is full of clay, you see, right up to here. So that bit there will just cut off, and what I'll do is this rubber thing, which has got a sponge, which has got moisture, I'm going to put over there. This here I'm just going to spray down with water, and then this, which is a special plug that comes with the, I'm going to put like that, and then this arm I'm going to put down and just hold it there like that. And that is basically it. Now, as far as cleanup is concerned, well, you know, get a sponge and just go over it and just swab it down a bit. Probably not a bad idea. And this little business here tucks away underneath there, you see, and that's it. So that's just a quick little look into pugging. Yes, you see how dirty the handle gets, because of course you're on one moment you're loading up the hopper here, the next minute you're pulling down on that, so you're not exactly going to be cleaning your hands in between. I actually put a fan here because this motor, I thought, I didn't actually run it just now because of the noise, but I thought I'd just run that there. It'd just keep the motor cool, I thought. This here is a greasing thing, and you just turn it a little bit like that. It's got grease inside it, and as you turn it, it pushes the grease inside. So there it is, folks. Thank you, Anita. Anita, you know who you are if you've watched this video, if you're watching this video. All thanks to you. And yeah. So thanks for joining us, folks. If you are interested in a Leach treadle wheel, I will be taking orders on them again, if we can get sufficient people interested. And if you're interested in Zoom Clay workshop, give us a shout. I made a few changes on the website. Also to say, for those people who are, I've had a lot of people contacting me. Oh, Simon, you said about the kiln PDF that you were going to do, which I haven't done for ages, but I've got it done. It's up on the website. You can go there, buy it. It's basically about 75-80 photographs, step by step, with my comments, suggestions, advice, a recipe for the kiln cement that I use to, you know, also give a list of tools that you're probably going to need to do the conversion. That's basically it. So if anybody's interested in that, you can go there, you'll find it on the website. Okay, folks, that's about it. Yeah, workshops September and October. I am planning on running workshops. So if anybody's interested in coming on a workshop, then please come. Do not fear. That's the secret, isn't it? Not living in fear. So come and join us. Okay, folks, that's it. Keep practicing. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.